I am. I'm just thinking of how wonderfully Cape Town 10s and National Beer Day are going to collide and immerse. Now, it is definitely the time of beer. The 4th of February 2017 marks a very special day on the South African calendar, as it is, in fact, the first National Beer Day to be observed in the country. Now, renowned beer writer Tim Webb, who has co-authored the book The World Atlas of Beer with Stephen Beaumont, is joining Expresso to reveal and revel in the wonder of South African beer. Tim, congratulations on a brilliant book, a labour of love for you. So I think you really have outdone yourself. But can we have a resounding cheer around the country for National Beer Day? It really is an awesome thing. Now, I say this because South African culture is really interwoven into our beer, even more so now with this kind of mushrooming craft beer culture, which is doing wonders for South African business as well. Yep. This must make you really happy.
Oh, it is. I mean, craft beer is doing well all around the world, but South Africa, possibly Brazil, the two most exciting countries at the moment. The development is fast, people are learning fast. Where brewers were, they started being, many of them, technically very good, but a bit timid. And just the last 12 months, they're really branching out into some punchy styles. And I've been around breweries, and I know there's other ones coming along that make the current ones look tame. And yeah, the current ones are pretty good.
What I love the most about it is we are tapping into, you think of like your Trappist beers, and I mean, there's a tradition and history around beer that dates back through centuries, and we're now starting to tap into that history as well. Yeah,
there is loads. I mean, I often compare beer culture and wine culture, and beer got into this place where it was all lager, all around the world. South Africa wasn't unique in that way. But that's like the equivalent of winemakers saying, let's just grow Chenin Blanc and nothing else. Yeah. And a little bit of pinotage for the awkward squad who don't want to drink it. I mean, would wine drinkers put up with that? No, but beer drinkers did. And there's loads of different types of beer historically: porters, stouts, IPAs, pale ales, barley wines, and new stuff coming along as well, which is good.
What are South Africans drinking the most? What are we loving about this, the new kind of variety in beer?
Well, I think where you're heading, there's now a South African hop. Southern Passion. It was unique to South Africa. They, I think, mistakenly possibly selling it to other countries to grow, but it's got a unique South African flavour, and you're seeing some. You're about to get a South African IPA, I think, with its made with Southern Passion. It's a big flavour, tropical, bit of grapefruit in there, very distinctive. But there's other things happening, and one of the most fascinating thing I've seen in the last week is a couple of African brewers taking sorghum beers and giving them a very modern twist for an emerging black middle class. It's great. So there's that coming on, and another beer I can't even talk about because it's got a special South African ingredient that's a kind of herb fruit thing, and it just seems to go with beer and enhance the beeriness of it. But I'm sorry, I'm sworn to secrecy on that one.
Oh, no, it's okay. And just very quickly, I mean, why should people get into your book? Why go on this journey of beer with you?
Well, I think from a South African point of view, we've managed to pack into a couple of hundred pages the story of beer around the world. And at the moment, South Africa is going to somewhere. Yeah. And for brewers, drinkers, marketeers, etc., we'll give you the whole lot. See what you like. And I hope it inspires a new generation of brewers.
I love that. I love the fact that it's not just for the drinkers, but it's also for the industry itself. You've made me feel a little less guilty about being so excited about National Beer Day, but Tim, you've created something truly wonderful. All the best of luck. I hope it is a huge success.
I hope so too.
In fact, I think it certainly will be. So that first National Beer Day will see South Africans celebrate our heritage, culture, now we know, in a much bigger way, and of course our beautiful beer. Do remember, if you plan to celebrate the occasion tomorrow, please do it safely and in moderation. Well, no moderation when it comes to our hashtag Friday dance. Everyone's warming up. I can hear all sorts of activity outside. Go and get your school shirt and your school tie. It's going to get nasty in our Expresso studio after the break.